The internet just exploded. New leaked footage shows NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal getting extremely close with OnlyFans millionaire Sophie Rain at her Vegas birthday party. We're talking lap sitting, middle fingers, and a 32-year age gap that has everyone losing their minds. The footage is absolutely insane, but what we discovered about their controversial histories will shock you even more. The viral footage and what went down. The footage hit the internet like a nuclear bomb, and within hours, millions of people were scrambling to understand what they were looking at. We're talking about leaked videos and photos from a Las Vegas birthday party that nobody saw coming. Images of NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal, all 7'1" of him, getting up close and personal with 21-year-old OnlyFans sensation Sophie Rain in ways that have left the internet absolutely speechless. Let me break down exactly what we're seeing in this footage that has completely broken the internet. Sophie Rain shared photos and videos of the encounter, including one where she's sitting on his lap and flashing a middle finger at the camera. But this isn't just some casual party photo. We're talking about imagery that immediately sparked conversations about appropriateness, age gaps, and celebrity behavior that has people divided right down the middle. The visual contrast alone is staggering. You have Shaquille O'Neal, a 53-year-old basketball legend who has spent decades building a brand around being the fun-loving giant of sports entertainment, and Sophie Rain, a petite 21-year-old who has built her empire in the adult entertainment industry. The age gap isn't just significant, it's a full 32 years that separates these two individuals, and that mathematical reality has become one of the most discussed aspects of this entire viral moment. But who exactly is Sophie Rain, and how did she end up in this position? Sophie Rain is a 21-year-old OnlyFans model and social media influencer who has gained massive popularity for her content, including viral TikToks, and claims of earning over $43 million on the platform, surpassing many NBA players' salaries. This isn't just impressive, it's absolutely revolutionary when you consider the financial landscape of professional sports. We're talking about a young woman who has allegedly out-earned seasoned NBA veterans through her digital content creation.
He spent $4.7 million in the course of a year, and wow, he's awesome.
The party itself was already destined to be significant. Sophie Rain, who turned 21 on September 22nd, 2025, celebrated her milestone birthday over the weekend in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, the city where dreams are made and broken, where inhibitions are lowered, and where the most unexpected encounters become legendary stories. For someone who has built such a massive digital empire at such a young age, turning 21 represents more than just legal drinking age. It represents a new level of adult freedom and opportunity. Then came the moment that nobody anticipated. NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal, age 53, made a surprise appearance at the party. But this wasn't just a brief celebrity cameo or a quick photo opportunity. Shaq didn't just show up, he became the entertainment. Shaq, who moonlights as DJ Diesel, took over the DJ booth, bringing high energy to the celebration. Picture this scene for a moment. You're at a 21st birthday party in Las Vegas. The music is pumping, the drinks are flowing, and suddenly one of the most recognizable athletes in human history takes over the DJ booth. Shaq's DJ persona, DJ Diesel, isn't just a hobby. It's become a legitimate side career that has taken him to clubs and festivals around the world. His ability to read a crowd and deliver exactly the energy they need is something that has made him incredibly popular in the DJ circuit. But the real viral moment wasn't just about the DJing, it was about the intimate interactions captured on camera. The footage shows a level of comfort and familiarity between these two individuals that immediately raised questions. We're seeing playful interactions, close physical proximity, and body language that suggests this wasn't their first meeting. Sophie Rain used the moment to boost her online presence, sharing clips of the night and tying it to her brand. The internet's reaction was swift and merciless. The photo and videos quickly went viral across platforms like X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram, amassing millions of views, likes, and reposts within hours. But it wasn't just the numbers that were impressive. It was the nature of the conversations these images sparked. We're talking about discussions that range from amusement at the odd pairing to roasting Shaq over the 32-year age gap and speculation about any romantic involvement. The viral nature of this content speaks to something deeper about our current cultural moment. Some users highlighted the irony given Sophie Rain's past comments about out-earning NBA stars, now partying with one of the league's icons. Think about the layers of this story. Here's a young woman who has publicly claimed to make more money than professional basketball players, and now she's photographed in intimate poses with one of the greatest basketball players who ever lived. What makes this footage even more compelling is the context surrounding both individuals. This fits into a pattern of Shaq's spontaneous public appearances and DJ gigs in Vegas, where he often pops up at high-profile events. For Shaq, this kind of surprise appearance is actually quite typical behavior. savior. He's built a reputation as someone who shows up where the energy is high and the party is happening. But for Sophie, this represents something potentially much more significant. This isn't just a random party encounter. This is the kind of celebrity association that can transform someone's brand overnight. The footage shows her leveraging every moment of this interaction, capturing content that she knew would drive massive engagement across her social media platforms. While no official collaboration or deeper connection has been confirmed, the viral moment has fueled memes, discussions about celebrity crossovers, and even lighthearted charity mentions in some coverage. The speculation machine went into overdrive, with people trying to decode every gesture, every smile, every moment of contact captured in the footage. What's particularly fascinating about this viral moment is how it represents a collision between old-school celebrity culture and the new digital economy. Shaq represents traditional celebrity, someone who became famous through athletic achievement and then parlayed that fame into media success and business ventures. Sophie represents the new economy, someone who built fame and fortune through digital content creation and direct-to-consumer engagement. The footage that emerged from this party tells a story about power dynamics, generational differences, and the evolving nature of celebrity in the digital age. It's not just about what happened in that Las Vegas party. It's about what these images represent in terms of how fame, fortune, and influence operate in 2025. The visual of these two very different types of celebrities interacting so intimately has created a cultural moment that transcends simple entertainment gossip and enters into broader conversations about celebrity, appropriateness, and the changing nature of fame itself. A history of controversies. 2. Worlds collide. While the viral footage of Shaq and Sophie Rain's encounter generated millions of views and countless memes, the story becomes significantly more complex when we examine the controversial histories both figures bring to this moment. What emerges is a narrative filled with scandals, allegations, and patterns of behavior that cast the Vegas birthday party in a very different light. To truly understand why this footage has created such a massive cultural moment, we need to dive deep into the controversial histories of both individuals involved. This isn't just a random celebrity encounter. This is the collision of two people who have spent years generating headlines for very different but equally compelling reasons. Let's start with Sophie Rain, whose rise to prominence has been anything but conventional. Sophie Rain is an American internet personality, social media influencer, model, and adult content creator primarily known for her work on OnlyFans. Born on September 22, 2004 in Miami, Florida. Her backstory reads like a modern American dream narrative with a digital twist. She grew up in a financially challenged household in Tampa, relying on food stamps, and attended church regularly. But Sophie's journey to internet stardom hasn't been without significant controversy. Her real name has been a point of contention, with multiple reports alleging it is Isabella Blair and that she has misrepresented her age, claiming 20 when allegedly 23 in early 2025. This age discrepancy controversy exploded in March 2025 when she was doxxed in a viral X post garnering 10 million views that revealed her alleged real name and accused her of lying about her age, leading to stalking risks and fraud allegations. The contradictions in Sophie's public persona run deeper than just age disputes. Her public Christian faith and virgin claims clash with her explicit content, drawing media scrutiny and accusations of hypocrisy. This creates a fascinating psychological profile of someone who has managed to maintain seemingly incompatible public identities while building a massive financial empire. Her financial claims have also generated significant controversy. Critics argue her success, and Bop House promote a scam that exploits young women, with some alleging OnlyFans owners inflated her earnings claims to recruit more creators. The numbers being thrown around are staggering. Reported earnings of $43 million in her first year by November 2024, rising to $63 million gross, netting $51 million by February 2025. But perhaps the most explosive controversy involving Sophie came in 2025 with the Andy Byron scandal. She was at the center of the Andy Byron scandal, where the former astronomer CEO allegedly spent $40,000 on private video calls with her, exposed by his wife via leaked messages. This scandal highlighted the potential devastating impact her business model can have on families and marriages, with Sophie denying endorsing infidelity, but not disclosing client details. Now, let's examine Shaquille O'Neal's controversial history, which presents a completely different but equally complex picture. Shaq's controversies aren't related to digital content creation or modern social media scandals. They're rooted in traditional celebrity behavior patterns that span decades of his public life. Shaquille O'Neal has been involved in several controversies related to his relationships and interactions with women over the years, often centered around infidelity, false claims, and inappropriate behavior. These controversies predate the recent Sophie Rain encounter and paint a picture of someone who has repeatedly struggled with appropriate boundaries in relationships. One of the earliest documented controversies occurred in the early 2000s when Shaq falsely claimed in a freestyle style rap that he had slept with singer Aaliyah, model Cindy Crawford, and tennis star Venus Williams, leading Aaliyah to publicly confront him about the lie and forcing Shaq to issue a public apology. But the most explosive controversy in Shaq's personal life involved allegations made during Kobe Bryant's 2003 legal troubles. During Kobe Bryant's legal troubles, Bryant reportedly told investigators that Shaq had paid up to $1 million in hush money to women to keep quiet about situations similar to Bryant's own sexual assault allegation. While Shaq vehemently denied the allegations, calling them ridiculous, this controversy highlighted serious questions about his personal conduct. Shaq's marriage to Shawnee Nelson from 2002 to 2011 was particularly problematic. Shaq has openly admitted to being a serial cheater during this period, describing himself as the worst at it, while acknowledging the harm it caused. In her 2024 memoir, Shawnee revealed she may never have really loved him and questioned her feelings amid the turmoil.
It just showed me that I was failing. A man has 3 jobs with a woman.
The specific affairs during his marriage paint a picture of systematic infidelity. Specific affairs during his marriage included a rumored relationship with model and author Karine Steffens, who detailed their encounters in her book, and another involving Swedish model Dominika Westling around 2009. Additionally, Shaq had a tumultuous involvement with Vanessa Lopez, leading to him filing a restraining order against her after their breakup. More recently, Shaq's controversial behavior has continued into the modern social media era. In 2023, Shaq faced backlash for sliding into the DMs of Ariana Josephine, a Home Depot employee who went viral for her looks, attempting to flirt despite the significant age gap and her rejection of lucrative offers from platforms like OnlyFans. In October 2024, Shaq made controversial comments about WNBA star Angel Reese during a podcast, fantasizing about her dunking in tiny shorts from a Wild 'N Out appearance, which Reese called out as weird and uncomfortable. This pattern of inappropriate comments toward younger women has become increasingly problematic as social media scrutiny has intensified. It's worth noting this isn't Shaq's first brush with viral influencer drama. A similar incident in 2024 involved him denying a photo with another young woman, only for video proof to surface. What makes this current controversy with Sophie Rain particularly explosive is how it represents the intersection of both their controversial histories. You have Sophie, whose entire brand is built around adult content and controversial financial claims, meeting Shaq, whose decades-long pattern of inappropriate behavior with women has been well documented. The footage from the party isn't happening in a vacuum. It's the culmination of 2 individuals whose public histories have prepared us for exactly this type of controversial moment. The age gap controversy becomes even more significant when viewed through the lens of their respective controversial histories. Sophie's alleged age misrepresentation, combined with Shaq's pattern of pursuing much younger women, creates a perfect storm of problematic optics. The reaction has ranged from amusement at the odd pairing to roasting Shaq over the 32-year age gap and speculation about any romantic involvement, though sources describe it as a fun, platonic celebrity cameo. This collision of controversies has created a cultural moment that transcends simple celebrity gossip. We're witnessing the intersection of old-school celebrity scandal culture with modern digital controversy, creating a perfect storm of internet discourse that touches on age appropriateness, power dynamics, celebrity behavior, and the evolving nature of fame in the digital age. Shaq's legacy and the impact on his career. To fully understand the significance of this viral moment with Sophie Rain, we need to examine it within the context of Shaquille O'Neal's extraordinary career and the legacy he has built over decades. This isn't just another celebrity scandal. This is a moment that could potentially impact one of the most successful athlete-to-media transitions in entertainment history. Let's establish exactly who we're talking about when we discuss Shaquille O'Neal's impact on basketball and popular culture. Shaquille O'Neal stands as one of the most dominant and influential figures in NBA history, blending unparalleled physical prowess with charismatic personality to redefine the center position over a 19-year career. We're not dealing with just any former athlete. We're talking about someone whose career achievements read like a basketball fantasy novel. The statistical dominance alone is breathtaking. His career totals include 28,596 points, 9th all-time, 13,099 rebounds, 15th all-time, and 2,732 blocks, 8th all-time, with a league-leading .582 field goal percentage. But numbers alone don't tell the complete story of Shaq's impact on the game of basketball and popular culture.
We will always forever go down as the most enigmatic, most dominant, controversial, 1-2 punch, big, little, ever. When you're dealing with a guy that wants it, keeps you on your toes.
Shaq's accolades are extensive. 4x NBA champion, 2000, 2002, 2006. 3x NBA Finals MVP, 2000, 2002. NBA MVP, 2000. NBA Rookie of the Year, 1993. 15x NBA All-Star. And induction into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2016. These aren't just impressive statistics. They represent a level of sustained excellence that few athletes in any sport have ever achieved. But what truly sets Shaquille O'Neal apart from other legendary athletes is how successfully he has transitioned from basketball dominance to media and business empire building. Post-NBA, Shaq became an analyst on TNT's Inside the NBA, ventured into business, music, acting, and philanthropy. His post-retirement career has been so successful that many people today know him as much for his media personality as they do for his basketball achievements. This is where the Sophie Rain controversy becomes particularly significant. Shaq has spent over a decade carefully crafting a post-basketball brand that positions him as the lovable giant of sports entertainment. He's the funny guy on Inside the NBA who gets roasted by Charles Barkley, the successful businessman with endorsement deals ranging from Papa John's to the General Insurance, and the DJ who brings energy to nightclubs around the world as DJ Diesel.
So you know when your son come up crying, you try to think about before, like, oh, is it grandma? Is it my mama? He said, yo, man, Kobe just died in a helicopter crash.
The emotional depth that Shaq has shown publicly, particularly regarding his relationship with Kobe Bryant, has endeared him to fans in ways that go beyond basketball. His tearful tribute to Kobe after the helicopter crash showed a vulnerable side that solidified his status as not just an entertainer, but as a genuinely beloved public figure. But this carefully constructed public image now faces a potential threat from the viral footage with Sophie Rain. The optics of a 53-year-old man in intimate poses with a 21-year-old OnlyFans model creates exactly the kind of controversy that can damage decades of brand building. The reaction has ranged from amusement at the odd pairing to roasting Shaq over the 32-year age gap and speculation about any romantic involvement. What makes this particularly complex is how it fits into Shaq's established pattern of behavior. This isn't Shaq's first brush with viral influencer drama. A similar incident in 2024 involved him denying a photo with another young woman, only for video proof to surface. The pattern suggests this isn't an isolated incident, but part of a broader behavioral trend that could become increasingly problematic as social media scrutiny intensifies.
Because the reason why I got traded, it wasn't about me and Kobe beef, it's what they wanted me to take less money. Not doing that.
Shaq's business empire is extensive and valuable. He has amassed a net worth over $400 million through various business ventures, endorsements, and media appearances. This isn't just about reputation. There are real financial stakes involved in maintaining his public image. Corporate sponsors and business partners are increasingly sensitive to controversy, particularly when it involves age-inappropriate behavior or associations with adult entertainment. The entertainment industry has shown repeatedly that public figures can face serious professional consequences for controversial behavior, regardless of their past achievements or current success. Shaq's media career, his endorsement deals, and his business ventures all depend on maintaining a certain level of public acceptability.
I averaged 9 points in Boston. I felt like I was robbing the people. I felt so bad that when they called me back and said, hey man, we owe you 1.5, I said, keep it. Keep it. I'm not coming up to the average 6 points. No, so that part was, and then when you read it, like, I'm the type when I read it, I see if there's some truth in the criticism.
Shaq's self-awareness about public perception and media narratives suggests he understands the potential impact of controversies like this. His ability to navigate complex public relations situations has been one of his strengths in building his post-basketball career. However, the digital age presents new challenges that didn't exist during earlier phases of his career. Social media amplifies controversies in ways that traditional media never could. The Sophie Rain footage didn't just get covered in sports magazines or entertainment shows. It exploded across TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, reaching audiences that might never have paid attention to traditional celebrity gossip. The generational aspect of this controversy is particularly significant. Younger audiences, who represent a crucial demographic for Shaq's continued relevance, may view this situation very differently than older fans who remember his basketball career. For Gen Z and younger millennials, Shaq isn't primarily known as a basketball legend. He's known as a meme-generating media personality. This demographic is also more sensitive to issues around age gaps, power dynamics, and appropriate inappropriate behavior. Shaq's impact extended far beyond numbers, fundamentally altering how the game was played and defended. Standing 7'1" and weighing over 300 pounds, his combination of size, strength, agility, and footwork made him nearly unguardable in the paint. The Shaq effect forced opponents to change their entire defensive strategies, leading to rule changes and influencing how the game is played even today. But legacy in the modern era isn't just about on-court achievements or even business success. It's about sustained relevance and continued positive public perception. The Sophie Rain controversy represents a test of whether Shaq's carefully constructed post-basketball brand can survive the kind of social media firestorm that has ended other careers. The stakes couldn't be higher. We're potentially watching a moment that could alter the trajectory of one of the most successful athlete-to-media transitions in entertainment history. Whether this controversy becomes a footnote in Shaq's remarkable career or a turning point that changes how the public perceives him will depend largely on how he navigates the immediate aftermath and whether similar incidents continue to surface. This viral moment with Sophie Rain isn't just entertainment gossip. It's a case study in how digital age controversies can threaten even the most established celebrity brands, and how the collision between old-school celebrity culture and modern social media dynamics can create cultural moments that transcend simple scandal and enter into broader conversations about fame, appropriateness, and the evolving standards of public behavior in 2025. Love this video? Click on the cards showing on your screen for more.